Virgo, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm doing your November 2017 monthly tarot reading. Just a quick announcement, my website's all jacked up. I don't know what happened, but like all the text was deleted from it, some sort of incompatibility, I'm guessing, with an update, and I just haven't had a chance to fix it. So you can still order a reading there. I tape a private YouTube video when I do my readings, but if you have any questions, you can contact me through YouTube or my Facebook and Instagram. Information is down below, and we can chat if you have any questions. So onto the, I already dealt your cards, and then I just fumbled over my words to the point where I decided to start over, but I hadn't even started the reading yet. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So with this at the bottom of the reading, I feel like this is a month where you're really becoming emotionally mature. And what does that mean? It means you're able to acknowledge your emotions and feel your emotions. But for example, in the workplace, say someone sends a nasty email or is very accusatory, accuses you of something. And so what I feel means to be emotionally mature is so you get this nasty email and you're like, it doesn't mean you don't have any feeling, but it means, wow, that really upset me. Like, how dare you feel outraged? You feel misunderstood. You feel all these things. But what being emotionally mature means is that you don't turn around and fire off a nasty email and you don't bite. You don't go. You acknowledge your feelings, and then you understand. Okay, right now I'm feeling this way, but I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to give it a couple days. And I'm going to just let these emotions feel them and let them go through me. And then when I'm calmer, then I will respond in a professional manner. I'm not going to get sucked in. I'm not going to allow my emotions to fuel reactions. I am in control of my body, my behavior, my reactions to things, and I'm mature enough to not overreact because I'm feeling emotionally charged. So, and what I'm seeing is that you have felt defensive in the past in situations. And I think for some of you, this is definitely going to be in a romantic relationships. We have the Two of Cups right here in the middle. And I think what you're realizing is like, if I am in a relationship where I am always feeling, where I often feel defensive, that I have to, that I'm not being respected, that I have to justify things I do to my partner, where I feel on the defensive all the time, there are a couple things. One, why am I feeling this way? Am I allowing my emotions to control me instead of being in control of my emotions? Or two, am I in an unhealthy relationship? So there are a couple things going on there. And is this more just with this person, or am I like this with lots of people? So that's a way to figure out if you're letting your emotions control you too much, or if it's this specific situation. So I think you have reached a level of emotional maturity, and that you're more in an unhealthy relationship or environment. And when you come to that realization, because we have this Seven of Wands, so this can be defending yourself without being defensive, but if you feel like you're always having to justify or defend yourself, then that's probably, not a healthy situation. So in that case, it's like you very clearly state, this isn't working out. I'm moving on. And that's it. You really do not owe people any more explanation than that. And the Eight of Cups is like, they're actually, interestingly, no water in these cups. So these cups are empty. So it's like when you're emotionally bankrupt. Like, I can't keep having all these negative emotions. I can't give anymore to this situation. I have nothing to give. My cups are empty and it's time to move on. It's not a healthy situation, but this is a very healthy way to respond to a situation like that. It's to let it go, to move on. I think this is going to be a big lesson for some of you to learn, to let go and to move on. Virgos are super detail oriented and hard workers. And so it's hard to put a lot of time and energy into something and then just let it go and then to just walk away. But there's things you can't fix. We can only, again, control how we react, how we allow our emotions to drive our decisions and actions. And this realization about getting to a point where you need to walk away, and this has been a theme coming up a lot lately, is a big life lesson, because we have the death card here. So it's like this transforms how you sort of deal with everything in your life. And this doesn't mean you don't give anything a chance before you're out the door, but it means you don't ignore red flags anymore and have the strength and character to move on. And that will serve you very, very well. It's a big deal. And by treating yourself with respect this way, this came up for another sign, I can't remember who, it may shake things up, because people who take advantage of other people and are disrespectful, like, they need you. They need to be disrespectful to you. It's some weird psyche thing in their psyche where they need to put other people down to make themselves feel better. And they've learned they can disrespect you and your boundaries, and it feeds something in them. So when you say, I'm sorry, I'm not tolerating that anymore, and move on, they do not like that. So you may see some friendships and even in romantic relationships, or you may see some things crumble, but other people's reactions are not your responsibility and you can't control it. So that's going to be your lesson, is to not let that really get to you. If you tell someone they can't be disrespectful to you, you won't tolerate that behavior, and they become super nasty and blame you and how dare you, like, wow. What's that saying? When people show you who they are, believe them. It's like, that was not a sustainable relationship. That was built on a facade of this person. Was not a genuine person that was there for you. And so be grateful that you saw that before it went any further, because it was never going to be right. And like, once you sometimes this card is about needing to compromise. Sometimes it can be about winning at any cost, but it's about compromise and lines in the sand, and which side are you guys on? You're on the same side, but sometimes you need to just draw a line in the sand. And I think this is one of them. No, I'm not tolerating that. And you have this beautiful Two of Cups. So it's like, if you want a really good relationship, you don't settle. You don't tolerate bad behavior. You don't settle for the first person that gives you attention because you're afraid someone else isn't going to come along. You have enough respect in yourself that you can be alone, and you wait for the right situation to come along. And this can be applied to any area in your life. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling your emotions are kind of, even though there's not a full moon, this picture could be around the full moon or the new moon. The full moon is on the 4th in Taurus. This card can be about, not being emotionally, like, just not feeling secure, not being able to figure things out. And When you're emotionally mature like the King of Cups, he's like, well, that's not a good situation to be in. I don't need to be around someone who makes me feel one way one minute and one way the other. It's like that's not healthy. That drama and a roller coaster is not healthy, and I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. And once sort of you put down your boundaries and what you will and will not tolerate, and show that self-respect, it's like an aha moment. Then it's this vitality. You become extremely attractive to people. You will attract people who respect themselves, not people who can take advantage and use you as their own personal, quote unquote punching bag. It's a real aha moment. And again, this can be applied to any area of your life. And then you end with this wish card and the star, this beautiful healing energy. So you're going to start to heal and learn that letting go and walking away and letting go is not giving up. It's not throwing in the towel too early. It's a part of being a emotionally mature, healthy, responsible adult that respects themselves and doesn't tolerate other people's bad behavior. And it's not something you can control or you're responsible for fixing or dealing with if they don't like it, that you won't tolerate them treating you poorly. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely month. Take care.